Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Sofa Stories. We've got another Meet the Team episode today. This one's been in the books for a while. We have got Scott in today, and we're going to find out a little bit more about Scott himself and what he does here at ChargedEV. So Scott, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me, mate.
No worries. Scott, so how long have you been here and what do you do?
So believe it or not, I only started in January. So back end of January I started and come on as a EV engineer, just fitting charge points.
Yeah.
And then within that month or two of doing the role, Dave Hill approached me and was mentioning there's a regional manager's position in the Southwest and to apply for it. So I applied for it, and after a pretty extensive interview, got offered the role. So it's been a pretty much of a whirlwind start to my career with ChargedEV, but I've loved it, to be fair. It's just it's moved quickly, but where I am now is where I've always kind of wanted to be in my career. So looking forward to the future.
No, brilliant. That's good to hear. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, mate. Thank you. Yeah, I know. It was a bit of a shock, to be fair, but we take those shocks, don't we, as a win. Yeah. So, yeah, it's moving in the right direction. So
definitely. And with your role, if you could describe your job in 3 words, what would they be?
Oh, 3 words.
This one's quite a tough one, I find.
Yeah. Always doing something.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. No,
always something going on. Do you know what I mean? It's not, you don't get respite. It's if Jez ain't ringing you, the lads are ringing you. If you ain't got desktops, you got whips to do. And then if you got the back office staff, there's always something going on. It's just the phone just goes, and then when it gets to 5 o'clock, you're just like, it's not going anymore. Must be end of day. It's lovely.
Bedtime.
Yeah, bedtime. See you later.
Bedtime. And what is your favourite thing about working at ChargedEV?
Because I've only been here a short space of time, there's a lot of different things. Obviously, I work remotely, so I'm based in Swindon, or just outside Swindon, in a little town called Cricklade, so I don't spend much time at the office. Yeah. But being able to communicate with other RFMs, I get on really well with all of them, especially Luke and Kyle. They've really helped me settle into the role. Yeah. And the lads, the guys I manage, they're a good bunch of guys, to be fair. I've really fallen on my feet with them, so it's because I've watched these sofa stories in the past, and they always say, The Office. Everyone says The Office. I can't say that because I'm not here enough. Do you know what I mean? So, but for me, it is the RFMs, my boss, Jez, my people. You know what I mean? Like, Jez has been absolutely sound since I started. The other RFMs and the lads, to be fair. So, unfortunately, I can't give the answer of The Office because, I don't work up here enough. So, unfortunately, I can't please the people with that one.
Still a good answer there.
Yeah.
Still a good answer. And what is something that you're good at?
Right, if I say something, my wife will watch this and say you're not good at that. But I'd say probably being a dad.
Yeah.
I'm a good dad. I could be better. Don't get me wrong, but when the kids are there, it's always fun and games, or they're shouting at me to do stuff and me shouting back and they don't listen. So being a dad is I'd say out of everything I've done in my life, being a dad's probably the best thing I do at the moment anyway.
Awesome. I can't say the same just yet.
Just yet.
Not for a while. And following up from that question, what is something that you would like to improve on, and how are you going to go about doing so? Probably
being a better husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, not be as selfish as my wife tells me, because I have lots of hobbies.
Yeah.
Golf, PC gaming, all sorts of things that take up time.
Yeah.
So trying to give her more of my time instead of doing my own thing.
Yeah.
And by how will I improve that? Just try and do stuff when she's not looking. But she's always looking. So but with work, just become the best manager I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just be available for the guys. Improve every day. Do you know what I mean? So
definitely. Yeah, I think that's a massive thing here. From a lot of people that I've spoken to on the podcast and stuff, there's a lot of people who spoke about like the career development and and things they're good at, things they're not good at, and a lot of people have just said about the space at ChargedEV. I feel like is a great space because everyone's not telling you what to do. You're almost kind of left to your own devices a bit. So everyone's there like if you need help, which I think is great. But it kind of leads you to your own devices a bit.
Yeah.
You've got to sort of pull that initiative out of yourself.
You've got to figure it out. And really, you got to, like, the biggest part was joining a team, managing a team that have had several managers, because there's been a big shake-up within the business. Like, we've grown massively. So some of the guys have had 3 different managers. So establishing that relationship and saying, look, you've got a solid manager in place now that I can be the spearhead for if you need me or anything like that. So just getting the trust from them guys has been, you know, a big part of the job as well, you know. So and improving on that all the time, just always being at the end of the phone. Like, if they ring them back straight away, just giving them that peace of mind that they have got someone there that they can, you know, that's going to pick up the phone. So it's been great, really.
No, that's brilliant. And on to our next question. Oh, these ones are the more fun questions now.
Yeah.
If you could switch roles with anybody in work, who would it be and why?
Jesus. Who would I swap with? I'd like to swap with Dave, I reckon. Yeah? Yeah. Dave Hill. Just because I'd love to see what the hierarchy see. Yeah. You know, just see what's actually, not that I want to know now where I am, but being in his shoes, like, I think they live in meetings every day. Him and Jez and the other top staff, they live in, I'd just love to be a fly on the wall and just hear what's being spoke about. Okay. Whether they just sit in there and just chew the fat and drink tea, or they actually talk work. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'd swap with Dave probably. No,
that's a good answer, to be fair. I think I said on mine, this would have been a while ago now, I think I said Mark. Yeah. Very much feel kind of similar, just to see, you know, what it's like kind of higher up in the business and seeing sort of how it all runs, which I think would be really interesting. And obviously just kind of how his brain works.
The thing is that you got to think they're running a very big company now, and it's only growing. You know, we're growing in the right direction. And just to see what plans and, you know, what's being spoke about, because you don't, at our level, we don't get told everything, you know, we're told little snippets, but just hearing it all at that top level would be really interesting, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And following up from that last question, this one's probably the funnest one, I think. It's, if you could switch lives with anybody outside of work, celebrity, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods?
Yeah, mate. I'd love to be just absolutely wicked at golf. And just be able to just play in every competition when I wanted to play in, and not get on a golf course and crumble sometimes. I play off a good handicap, I play off one, but I don't play to that all the time. Yeah. And when you see Tiger Woods, he can just rock up and just do what it would be wicked. Easy, just awesome. Just being able to get as many clubs as you want, like, and not have to worry about anything, you know. I think that'd be wicked.
100%. I think originally mine was it was like a Russian tycoon kind of business head, but I've kind of switched that now to probably would like to be in the shoes of like a professional athlete. I think it'd be really cool just to see how their life works, and, you know, what it's like when you've got to be 110%, 110% of the time. Yeah,
if it wasn't Tiger, mate, it would be someone like Elon Musk, who's just really intelligent, like, and just absolutely out of this world intelligent. You know, he's got, imagine what's going through that bloke's mind on a daily. 100%. I worry about what lads are turned up for work. Do you know what I mean? And he's worried about Tesla and all sorts. It's just mental. But no, if Tiger Woods would be class.
Yeah, definitely. And up to the final question now. This one's another good one. It's, do you have a dream? If so, what is that dream? And how are you going to go about obtaining that dream?
When we're kids, we all dream about something, don't we? Yeah. And obviously my dream when I was a kid was to be a professional footballer. Well, that didn't happen, unfortunately. So now I look at it as my dream is for the wife and the kids to be financially secure. Yeah. Treat them to things I wasn't treated to when I was a kid, and just make sure they have the best life. And I'd do that by just working hard. Yeah. You know, I think I've finally found the company that is what I've looked for many years. Yeah. And I'd love to just progress through the business and just become the best person I can be for my family, really.
Yeah. Brilliant answer. That's the thing. I think with ChargedEV, a lot of people have said similar things, and I think obviously with ChargedEV being, I don't know, originally quite like a family kind of based business, and obviously how much they've grown, but that I definitely still feel like, I've not even been here that long, but I still feel like there's definitely a family aspect to the ChargedEV space, and you know, everybody that works there, everybody's everybody's friendly, everybody gets on, and there's always someone there to help if you need, or at least if you need pointing in the right direction, or you want to go to the next step in your career.
It's just, I mean, it's friendly. Like from the moment I first walked in the office when I got promoted, like yourself and Harry walked over, people walked over, introduced themselves, and it was just like quite refreshing, because when you get that sort of promotion, I don't know everyone still, you know. I still walk in the office and think, who's that? And I was saying to Jez, who's that then? Do you know what I mean? Like, because I don't know, because I'm not here enough, but it's just refreshing. You come into the office and you see people putting their hand up and saying morning. It's always nice to hear that sort of stuff, you know.
No, definitely. And I think as well, in terms of places to work, like the office space, I know you're not in the office all the time, but just the office space we've got access to, I think is amazing. And, you know, I think the flexibility with the staff as well. I always bang on about flexibility. But yeah, it's just a brilliant place to work. And I think for people that want to develop their careers and stuff, it's a great starting point, or even, well, any point really. You got to admit, that office in there is wicked though, isn't it? 100%. It's a wicked looking office, isn't it? Yes. The design. Yeah, it's a wicked, like, nice open plan. Yeah. So I mean, the only person that's in an office is the big boss, isn't it, Mark? You know, he has this is his office we're in now, and it's a lovely office, but it's very much all glass, isn't it? So you can see in and he can see out. So it is nice to be in a big business like this where it's not. I'm going to say, no one's like closed
locked away.
Because I know some office spaces are like, you know, you're very much in a cubicle and kind of locked in sort of thing. But this place, and the space we've got, I think is amazing. Yeah.
It's a really good company to work for, and you know, it was a move which was like, do you know what I mean? But then when I made the jump in that first week of intake, I thought I've made the right move here. You know, and this obviously it's proved in the pudding, really, where I am at the moment. So,
only up from here, really.
Hopefully, hopefully, just keep on doing what I'm doing, and who knows what's to come, mate. You know,
anything I think is possible. Yeah,
I agree, mate.
I think I'm a big believer. To be fair, if you can envision something or manifestation, if you can see it, then it'll come.
No, I agree.
I was very much like that with my marathon. I literally, I had a dream, and I was like, I've seen myself crossing the finish line, sub 4. And we got there in the end. Well,
we were talking about it before we come on air, and I was, you know, asking about how the legs coped, and I mean, to get it done, mate, it's a brilliant personal achievement for yourself, and you know, carry on with it.
Yeah, onto the next big thing.
I'll watch, mate.
I'm gonna say I'll post it.
Yeah, I'll follow it on social media. That'll be enough for me, mate.
Yeah. Well, Scott, that brings us to the end of all of our questions. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on.
No worries, mate. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you. I really do hope that you guys have been able to find out a little bit more about Scott and what Scott does here at ChargedEV. And like I said in the last episode, there's going to be some group podcasts coming soon. Also some more guests, more managerial guests as well. So yeah, that's all I can really say. Just keep tuning in, subscribe, follow us on all our social medias, and we'll see you in the next episode. See you then.